Hey ladies, welcome to episode 6 of Mom Talk with Anita. So today what we want to talk about is when you're short on money when building your business. And so let's kind of set the stage here a little bit and then we'll get into it, and I'll give you some practical steps to be able to move your business forward as you're working full time. And so the scenario is you're a full-time, maybe a full-time working mom or a part-time working mom, and you have this god-sized idea of a business that you want to grow, or something's just shifted in your life and it's time to do something new. Maybe like post-COVID, or the economy shifted, or something where you're ready. You have an entrepreneurial mindedness about you and you're ready to build a business online. But you have to do it in a stepped out way, and that's actually wisdom, and being able to say, I still need the income to provide for my family, but what are the steps that I need to take, and how can I do that when I'm short on money? And so I'm just going to lay out a couple of quick practical steps. You know me, I like to be really practical. I like to be able to give you steps that you can implement in your business to move forward today. So, a couple of things that we want to talk about here, and I'll just lay these out for you pretty easily and pretty quickly. If I'm when Let's see, how do we want to say, when we are short on money when building our business, sometimes, let's talk about mindset first. Sometimes that can actually create like what's called a poverty mindset. And so that has nothing to do with actually how much money you make. It's a scarcity or a poverty mindset that says, I have to hold on really, really tightly to everything I have because there's not enough to go around. And so the first part of that is, when you actually are short on money, sometimes we can have a mindset that goes along with that, almost I always call it like has a kung fu grip on the few or limited resources that we have as we're building our business. And so if that's you, I really recommend that you start paying attention to that, maybe start doing some reading and some praying to help you, and talking with friends, talking with pastors, looking at what the word says about our mindset. Remember, the word says that I'm supposed to focus on things that are good and pure and holy and upright and excellent and worthy of praise. I am specifically not supposed to walk around with a mindset of fear or scarcity or poverty, where somehow God is not going to help me, provide for me, walk me in the way that I'm supposed to go as his daughter. And so there's a lot more that we could talk about that, but number one would be, where's your mindset at when it comes to how you're looking at the amount of resources that you have available to be able to build a business. So the second part about that is a little bit more practical, in terms of like, sometimes there's just a real dollar amount. Like, I wouldn't recommend that you go deeply into debt, be able to build a business, because there's just extra risk in that. And then sometimes we don't make great financial decisions when we're in a season of extending ourselves so far that we have a tendency, at least what I've noticed in my life and my clients, we have then a tendency to make poor decisions. So what I'm talking about, and kind of setting the stage here, is I'm talking about, you have a budget that's laid out, and I have X amount of dollars that I can spend every month, and I want to use that wisely. Okay? So in that premise of knowing your budget and using that wisely, here's 3 different steps that you can use to be able to build your business when you have limited resources. So number 1 is, you can do like the DIY method. You can bootstrap your business. You can do everything yourself. You can determine, okay, in the 6 steps that it takes to be able to build an online business, and I map that out in my 6-step blueprint to be able to build your online business. And you can follow the link for that in the bio, or down in the comments, be able to get that download for free. But in that, right, when there's all those steps to be able to build my online business, so there are things like, post on social media, grow my audience, create my offer, so on and so forth. We'll go through that. I have other videos that go through that if you want more detail. But in that, I can do all those steps myself. So I can use tools to be able to create my lead magnet, and I can do that work. I can create tools, I can use like Canva for free to be able to do the design. I can use other tools to be able to do a small investment to start my list building activities. I can use I can do all the work myself to be able to do my email sequencing. I can do all the work myself to make all my videos and edit my podcasts and those kinds of things. So that's that DIY method that says, you know what, I want to be able to know how to do it and work through the process of learning the steps to be able to build my business, or I just don't have expendable resources and I have to work through the steps of building my business. Okay, so that's number one, is just like the DIY method. Number two is you could trade services. So you can find yourself in the midst of like a Facebook community or a mastermind, or just knowing friends that are in the online space, or meeting new friends that are in the online space, like at a networking opportunity or something that's like similar interest. You can do like a meetup with similar interests, and you can find people. They say, hey, I'm good at this, you're good at that, let's trade services and barter. Just do the old-fashioned like barter method on some of these things. So that's number two when you have limited resources. Number three is actually one that might surprise you. When we're talking about limited resources, I wouldn't recommend that you invest in coaching. So one of the things that coaching helps us to do is it helps us to really identify where in our businesses are our sweet spot. It helps us talk through those processes. It helps to be able to glean wisdom from somebody who is farther along the process than we are. And then in that process, they can help me see where should I be putting my efforts right now as a brand new business? Where should I be putting my efforts when I'm 1 year in and 5 years in and 10 years in? Like there's different markers and different steps that we do at each of those spots in our business. And so investing in coaching is actually an excellent use. Now, I'm saying like invest in a good coach. I'll just do a little precursor there. But investing in coaching on building your business or specifically in a task within the business is a great way to use your funds. It's a really wise way to use your funds to be able to say, I'm not sure how to do this. You've done this before me. How do I do it? How do I walk through it faster? So oftentimes when you invest in a coach, what you're typically paying for is their expertise that will take you to the next step faster. And so you're always listening for that when you're talking to coaches and finding out. And again, coaching can be like an overarching for the entire business, or it can just be for specific steps. Like maybe I need a coach to learn how to do copywriting. Maybe I need a coach to learn how to post on social media. Maybe I need a coach to learn how to build a lead magnet or an email sequence. Like that's 4 different types of coaching that we can get. And there's people that are excellent in each of those spaces that really have like niched down to be able to say, no, instead of the whole online business, how then do we become super specialized in each of the steps of all the things that I mapped out. In addition, I can think of like creating offers, building audiences, so on and so forth. We could go on forever on that. So that's our tip for today. I hope you find this helpful. At any point in time that you need some help, you can reach out to me directly, or you can post in the comments below at whichever platform you find this video on. I'm always looking to give you practical steps to take your business forward. So know each and every one of you ladies, I'm praying for you. I care about you even before I know you, and I hope you prosper in your business as you take action and move forward today. Be well.